WXP, the number 4, Sports. As the Rams and the Broncos take the field here. No Justin Morris set for you once again this week, as he is on Canuck duty, producing for the exhibition game in Los Angeles for the Vancouver Canucks, and our hometown BC Lions in action as well against the Calgary Stampeders here this afternoon. We'll keep you apprised of that score as we move along through the evening as well. It'll be the Rams to receive the opening kick here, as we're just about set to go from McLeod. As it'll be Landon Monk to kick it off here for Kamloops. And let's play some football. We're underway as a high spiraling kick comes down the 12-yard line and dropped there by DaCosta on the original touch, and then gets spun around down at the 18-yard line. So a limited return on the opening kick of the game here for Langley on a bit of a bobbled catch there from DaCosta. And Matters and company will take to the field in the sunshine here, who will work from left to right across your monitor here on BCFC TV, powered by Remax. I'll put the ball down right on the 19-yard line at the right hash mark, as Klassen will come out to the near sideline here as the Rams break the huddle for their opening play of the game. It's Nathan Lund, the lone back in the backfield. Aglianetto in the slot to the short side, near side of the field. As the Broncos put 4 on the line, it's a pitch play to Lund. As he turns the corner, steps through one man, makes another miss, and out to the 40-yard line just like that. 21-yard gain for Nathan Lund on first down. And that'll move the sticks here for the Rams, as you like to see production on first down on the ground. And Nathan Lund will give him that, as he had a punt return last week, did Nathan Lund, that went for 60 yards to the house. And should be nice and fresh as they've rotated through the running backs with Carter and Lund, DaCosta, Ogloff. And McDonald has seen some touches as well. In the shotgun now. Here comes the blitz from the Broncos. Handoff up the middle and right into the massive humanity there. And driven back after no gain, as the Rams loaded up and went with the Mike blitz there on the inside, filling the gaps. And nowhere to run there for Langley. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 as we're just over a minute in. Kalik Johnson was the man last week for Langley in the receiving corps. Went for 3 touchdowns, over 160, making 169 yards for Kalik Johnson. And if not for a big performance out of the Sun, would have been surely the offensive player of the week, as Klassen makes a reception, but will come up short of the first down as a quick tackle there. And let's check the spot. Going to be about 2 yards short here, and let's see what Kari Joseph wants to do here. It looks like the Rams are going to keep the offense out on the field here as they bring in the jumbo package now. Ogloff and Lund will check in here and look for the lead block coming from 36, and the handoff to go to 32 here, as Matters gets the play from the sideline. Rams will hustle to the line. Play clock late here. 2 yards to go on a 3rd and 2 in the opening drive of the game for Langley. Lund, the lone man back, as Ogloff. And now, I think to save a penalty on to delay a game here, Joseph will call timeout for Langley, and they'll see if they want to reconsider this decision to go for it on 3rd down. I think they'll keep the same personnel out there. Just want to make sure they didn't go back 5 yards on this 3rd down gamble. As nice weather change from a week ago. It was dark, rainy, blustery, but a perfect night for football here tonight from Langley. As the Rams just outside of the top 10 power rankings on the year. Nanaimo sneaking in at number 9. Vancouver Island, I should say, at 3-2-1. Langley 3-3. So you got to think they're probably ranked 11th, 12th in the country right now. As it's Edmonton that sits at the top of the table. Saskatoon right behind them, that powerhouse for the Hilltops. As the Rams break the huddle, they'll go for it here on 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line in their own zone. 3 receivers in, Two tight ends in there as well. Here's the snap. It's a handoff to Lund. He's got the first down and more as he breaks the first wave and out across the 55, down to the 52-yard line, and good execution up front there from Langley as the Hogs getting off their mark and picking up their blocks and opening up a hole for Nathan Lund to plow through.
Neil, you got that?
So 2, 7, 10 yards.
Hey, Steph, are you challenging? Can you hear me?
It's a final in overtime. Canucks 4-3 over the Kings in their opening preseason game. Overtime victory for Vancouver, something they couldn't do a lot of last year. First and 10 here for Langley as we'll focus back on football 3 minutes into this first quarter. Matters takes the shotgun snap, 3-step drop. Look out! Billis comes off the edge and it's fumbled and picked up by Kamloops as they brought the blind side blitz, and Matters, just as he was about to deliver the football, got smacked from behind. Ball comes loose. Kamloops picks it up. And an early turnover here on Langley will give the ball to the Broncos inside Langley territory. On a hard hit that Matters had no idea was coming. Broncos will take their opening possession here on the 46-yard line of Langley, right in between the hash marks. As Henkel, so far 90 for 165, 6 touchdowns to go along with 6 interceptions so far for Henkel. As he'll hand off this time on first down, and positive gain there, 3, maybe 4. Along the ground, up the middle. As that's the man that carries the yeoman's share of the rock here for the Broncos. And Pokrinich, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, you can get at me at PXP for Sports. It's Pokrinich again. This time running right, gets spun down right near the stick. Should be good enough for a first down here for the Broncos, as they come out with a little pep in their step here on their opening drive. Mentioned that 31-19 score for Langley up in Kamloops. They have had their share of blowouts, have the Broncos, with that just one victory on the season that came over Valley. But did play the Rebels very tough over in Langford as well. It is a first down and 10 here for the Broncos as the receivers start in motion. Henkel to throw, floats one out into the flat. It's caught in, room to gallop down to the 15-10 and knocked out of bounds around the 3-yard line. As Brody Bernier is the Broncos' leading receiver. That's his 21st catch of the season. He's got 3 touchdowns, and the Broncos early in this one knocking on the door here, ball down to the 3-yard line. So after the turnover on the fumble from Manners, a couple of quick plays here from the Broncos, and they're knocking on the doorstep here now. As Henkel will work under center here with Prokonic into the backfield. Motion comes across the formation. And here's the snap, handoff up the middle, and stacked up there right at the line of scrimmage as they try and yank that ball free. Well, Greenwich will hang on to it. And it'll be 2nd and goal here. As they put that ball down, maybe lost a half a yard. Kamloops has scored some points. They do have over 100 points scored in their 6 games. And Henkel under center once again, the big quarterback. Well, hand off to the fullback this time, and touchdown Broncos as he just broke the plane. And it's 6-0 Kamloops as they convert the turnover into points. And out comes the field goal unit here for the extra point. Landon Monk to line it up. It looks like it'll be Bernier to do the holding. 12 yards out here for the extra point. Snap and hold are good. Kick is up and through. And the Broncos out to a quick start here, 7-0 over Langley. As the Rams will get the football back here. after giving up a touchdown after a fumble. As they just let a man come off the edge on that blind side on a well-timed blitz.
21 is Cal Clara now. You changed from 24.
Yep, exactly.
And they'll line it up on the 45-yard line here. As he got Jordan Lund. And Klassen back to receive this kick.
Kickoff is 33.
As Monk puts up the arm and drops it down to get his special teams unit in motion. A bit of a looper. Here's Klassen taking it at the 18-yard line. Looking for a block as he turns it up the sideline and claws his way ahead to the 35. A decent field position here for Langley on their second drive of the game. As out come the offense here, led by Matters once again. A rookie here in the BCFC. And has really improved his play over the last couple of weeks. In games that have come against Kamloops and Valley, but you can only play against who's put in front of you. And Matters, who was a little shaky to start the season, has really been coming on over the last couple of games. But the meat of the schedule will come in the final three contests here for Langley. One more home game to come. That'll come against West Shore next week. And then VI and Okanagan to finish off the season. As a high ball there will sail out of bounds. Nowhere near his intended receiver. Just as they give him praise, he throws an air ball. That one intended for Evanow. And it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Langley. As had good success on first down run with Lund and go to the air on first down. That one falls incomplete. Now you're staring at 2nd and long.
Yeah, he snuck over to the far side.
Shielding his eyes from the sunshine. Matters gets the play and breaks the huddle. Ball on the 35-yard line, right hash mark. Matters with an offset eye in the backfield. Aglianetto starts in motion along with Kalik Johnson. Here's the pass coming from Matters. Stands in the pocket, delivers a strike right to Aglianetto. First down. Give him a gain of 19 as he gets knocked out of bounds right in front of the Rams sideline. And that'll move the sticks for Langley. Marked the ball out at the 54-yard line, so just shy of midfield here for the Rams.
Coach, one more time.
Yes, I'll work from the right hash once again to Costa, the deep man. As they work with Johnson in the slot, it's a handoff to DaCosta. Ducks away from one tackler, but not from the second.
2nd and 10, 2nd and 10.
And that'll be 2nd and 10 here for Langley as that one goes nowhere. As Mutchman in on the tackle there for the Broncos. Tell you what, this Broncos roster has some last names on it that are not particularly favorable for the broadcaster. The Rams able to convert on their first 2nd and 10. Let's see what they do on number 2 here as it's Lund in the backfield this time. Johnson looks like he's got one-on-one coverage to the high wide side of the field. Matters takes the snap, looks right, now he's going to roll, fires on the run, and passes incomplete. As it was intended for Beck, the fullback, but slipped through his hands, would have been short of the first down anyway. And that will force a punting situation here. Looks like it'll be Levesque that comes back in. Seen Wayne Palmer do a lot of the kicking here for Langley, but Levesque last week did a nice job, and he's like he's tasked with kicking duties once again here for Langley as he stands back at his own 39-yard line. Good snap. Here's Levesque with the right leg, gets a decent kickoff, drives it down to the 22-yard line, and now a return on. Looked like a block in the back there. That went uncalled. As that's Max Joseph on the return for the Broncos, who gets it out to the 43-yard line of Kamloops. To lead this one 7-0. Just helping out our scorekeeper here to update the scoreboard. As it is 7-0 Loops. Here's Henkel on the handoff. Brokrinic. Good step on D there from the Langley Rams. As Dylan Cusker stacking up the middle. There's clock running here, first quarter, 6:35 to go in it. And the second and final meeting here between the Broncos and the Rams. Give him a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 here for the Broncos and Henkel. Takes the shotgun snap, empty backfield, loads up the gun, fires right at the sticks, ball caught. Bernier will fall ahead for a 14-yard gain into Langley territory. As really it's Henkel, the strength of this Broncos unit. And the first time that these two teams played, it was a number of drops by the Broncos receivers that cost him in that game. As Cody Henkel, better quarterbacks in the BCFC, a big body back there as well, and can really see over top of that defensive line to deliver the football.
Oh, false start.
Yeah, looked like a false start there on the Broncos, as they'll run it on first down, and it'll be interesting to see what Langley wants to do here. It'll look like offside on Kamloops jumping across the line of scrimmage before the snap. A good stop on first down from Langley, and a decision on whether they want to accept or decline this penalty.
I did nice with him, but I believe that like the end product, it looks like he's there.
Looks like they will bring the ball back to the 53-yard line and repeat first down here. We'll make it a 1st and 15 here for Kamloops. As the ball spotted down right on the Township of Langley flag at midfield. Henkel will keep this one. Play action looking deep. He's got Bernier on the fly and just can't bring in that football as he had a step on Kyle Claret, who is back into the game here for Langley as he did not see any time last week for the Rams. And that'll be a fun matchup to watch here this afternoon or this evening. Kyle Claret against Bernier. And it would have to been a fantastic catch there for Bernier to bring that one in. But two premier players in the BCFC going one-on-one here tonight. Henkel the throw on 2nd and 15. All day in the pocket. Now he's almost wrapped up and somehow gets away from it. Still with the football, and now he's going to be spun down and sacked. Kyle Segmoen finally got to Henkel, who managed to evade the first sack. But Segmoen staying after it. And brings Henkel down way back at the 48-yard line of Kamloops. And the Broncos will have to kick it away. It's just staying with it there for Segmoen. Not giving up on the play, as it looked like Henkel was going to be wrapped up by Cusker. As to kick it away here, Monk from his 34. Low snap, bobbled. And still gets the kick away. Bounces down at the 30. Lund waiting for it at his 23. That'll be a no yards call there. And that was a bit of a questionable tackle on a bit of a defenseless returner there in Lund. Went low towards his knees there, and see if they want to call this 5 or 15. Football was on the turf, but just watch the tackle here. And go wrap up on the legs, but Caden Cook on the tackle. And it is a 15-yarder here. And I think that's the right call from the official. You got to protect the player in that situation. I'll move the ball out to the 39-yard line here of Langley as Shadows just about halfway across the field here at McLeod Athletic Park. Looks like a big day of softball going on to our left as well. Parking was a bit of an issue at the park here today. Got the VIP spot though. It's 1st and 10 now for Matters. He'll throw on first down. High ball there for Johnson. Brings it in. Tries to spin away from a tackle and picked up 5.
Second three. Maybe 4. Second 4.
I mentioned that big week last week for Kalik Johnson. 3 touchdowns, 169 yards against the Huskers. Making his first catch here today. Goes for a gain of 5. Going to get to the 49-yard line for a first down here for the Rams as they'll make multiple substitutions before this 2nd and 5. The referee winds the play clock as we go under 4 minutes to go first quarter. Broncos lead at 7-0.
Front center, back side.
Looks like Matters will go up under center for this 2nd down play with Lund standing 5 yards deep in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's a pitch to Lund, and a big one at that. Lund looking for space, and they'll come up short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. A bit of a rugby-style pitch there from Matters to Nathan Lund. And it's going to be a long 2 here for the Rams, who have converted a 3rd down gamble so far today. Yeah, looks like they'll go for it again here on 3rd and 2. From the left hash mark. Matters up under center once again. Lund in the backfield as Johnson comes to the near wide side. And it's a handoff to Lund. He's got the first down as he gets ripped down out near the 53-yard line. Give him a gain of 5. And I know I tend to kind of beat a dead horse here a little bit, but man, like, just give the football to Nathan Lund and let him go to work here against the Broncos. I think if you feed the rock to Nathan Lund enough times, he's going to bust one free sooner or later. Matters under center once again. Because we haven't seen a lot of this out of Langley. Usually work predominantly out of the shotgun. Broncos showing blitz. It's Lund up the middle again, looking for a block, gets one, and picks up another 4, maybe 3, depending on a spot here from the official. And there's more substitutions here for Kerry Joseph. And it looks like a Bronco down in some discomfort, or maybe just untangling some legs down there. As Lund will make his way to the sideline. And it'll be about 2nd and 6 here for Langley. From the 52-yard line of Kamloops, in between the hash marks, as Matters back in the shotgun. Johnson has a look to the Langley sideline, making sure he's got the right route to run. Here comes the motion from the receivers. Empty backfield now for Matters. Looks deep down the sideline. Double coverage. A lot of hand checking out there. And the ball falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 5 here for Langley. Yeah, looks like they'll kick this one away. It looks like Kalik Johnson, who has had one-on-one coverage most of this opening quarter. Nice disguise there from the Broncos defense as they slid double coverage over to Johnson on that 2nd down play. Shot of the aircraft coming in here to Langley Airport. And it's a fake punt. Here's Carter, sidesteps the man. He's got the first down, still on his feet across the 40-yard line down to the 39. Kerry Joseph and the Rams, a little gamble on 3rd down. And it's a direct snap to Carter, who had to make one man miss. And it was a good move from Carter to pick up the first down right there. That little sidestep from Carter, and that's what got him the first down and more. As they put the ball right down on the 40-yard line on the right hash mark. So Langley will keep possession and keep the drive alive here. 35 seconds to go, opening quarter. Carter remains in the backfield. You got 5 receivers in there, 3 to the wide or short side of the field. Here comes the blitz and the Broncos. Screen set up. And had to get rid of the football quickly, did Manners, as they had the perfect play call for that linebacker blitz from Kamloops. But the running back did not turn around quick enough, as Manners had to get rid of that one quickly, as he had two Broncos coming at him in a hurry. So 2nd and 10 now from the 40. This time they go with 3 receivers to the high wide side. Aglianetto and Johnson to this near side. He'll plant his foot down on the 40. Here's Matters to throw. And look out, he'll scramble away. Still on his feet, got to throw it up, and then just throws it to the turf as he took a shot out of bounds. And Matters needs a little help getting back to his feet. As that's kind of been the story of this opening quarter, which comes to a close now as Broncos have been able to get into the backfield of Langley a few times in this game so far, and the protection's got to be better for number 4 to give him time to deliver the football. So punt team back out here for the Rams. As the returners stand right around their own goal line here from the kick from Levesque. As I think they need to flip them around here after this first quarter of play. It's a early 13-4 score for the Stampeders over the Lions in the second quarter. Long way to go in that one, as BC coming off a convincing victory over the Alouettes a week ago. I see big former Ram down there, Nick Aglianetto, patrolling the Rams sideline. Alex Aglianetto, his younger brother Nick, a wide receiver. High angling kick from Levesque will bounce out of bounds around the 16, 17, counting it off. Out to the 19-yard line is where they'll spot that ball. A decent kick from Levesque as he tried to pin him a little bit deeper, but angled it out a little shorter than he wanted it to. So with the Broncos leading 7-0, second quarter action is a go here, and another possession for the Broncos. Hankel will wave his receivers in motion. Squats down, takes the shotgun snap, 3-step drop, looks over the middle, nobody open. Now a little shovel pass, and a good one at that. All sorts of room up through the middle here, and tackled down after a big gain by Nathan Murray, which will move the ball out to the 38-yard line, gain of 19. There's a good cut in the open field. And a good tackle in the open field as well. 1st and 10 Broncos, who have executed pretty well here on offense to start this one. Ankle again, he'll hand off again. And good blocking at the point of attack by the Broncos once again, as Max Joseph with a good carry picks up about 7. I'll tell you what, they could use old Alex Aglianetto down on that defensive line right now for the Rams, as the Broncos are just getting off on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football a little bit quicker than Langley right now. Ball out across the 45-yard line on a 2nd and short, give him a gain of 8. Ankle. Snap, handoff, and it's Pokrinich with a first down and more. As Isaiah Stewart in on the tackle, but not before getting into Ram territory here. And this is obviously a game that Langley should win and really needs to win here to give themselves a chance still at that 2nd or 3rd place in the playoffs, as it's all been but decided here that Kamloops and Valley will miss the playoffs, but now it's a question of where the top 4 teams will finish. As a flag comes down, as Henkel's scrambling for his life here. Now he's going to run it. I think this one will come back as Henkel lowers his shoulder down to the 32-yard line, but a flag back at the 50. And usually if you hang on to your block that long, you're going to pick up a holding call. Well, we'll wait for the official to make the signal. Oh man, I think this is going to go against Langley here. Maybe defensive holding, which you do not see very often. That's a hands to the face call on Sagmoen, which will tack on some yardage here for the Broncos. Langley on their heels here a little bit to start this one, down 7-0, and Broncos driving here in the second quarter. Ball on the 33 in between the hash marks here for Henkel, who's got the offset eye. And Langley coming with pressure, might have jumped early. As Joseph on the run and heard contact on the edge. And I think this is going to go against Langley for a neutral zone infraction. Just waiting for the Broncos to make a decision on whether they want to accept or decline latest infraction. It was an 8-yard gain from Joseph, and they do decline it. It'll bring up a 2nd and 2. Ball just inside the 25-yard line here of Langley. 5 receivers in. Single back is Prokrinich. As Henkel out of the shotgun. Krinich steps up in protection. Here comes pressure. Floated up. Henkel. Ball tipped away nicely there at the last second. Kyle Clairot on the coverage. And we do have a flag in the Bronco backfield here. Could be a roughing the passer call. As back-to-back penalties here. It is unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer. Langley shooting himself in the foot after a good play from Clairot. They'll put the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line here. And it's essentially a 1st and goal here for Kamloops. 3 minutes into the second quarter. And Henkel hands off up the middle to Prokrinich. Keeps the legs chugging, but maybe picked up a yard. Bring up 2nd and goal here. Sagmoen in on the stop on the interior. There we go from the 8-yard line, right hash mark, Henkel. That's Prokrinich off to his right shoulder. Out of the shotgun, it's another handoff and stopped up around the 5, then hammered at the 4. Rams hold on 2nd down, and I'll bring up 3rd and goal inside the 5-yard line. Just outside the 4, so bring us 3rd and goal from the 4. And it looks like Henkel and the Broncos and Coach Brad Yamoka going for the jugular here in this second quarter. They'll go for it on a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Henkel in the shotgun. Rams with 4 on the line. Quick snap. It's play action. Henkel looking to scramble. Stays in the pocket. Delivers the football. It's picked off. No, it's dropped, I think, at the last second. As it falls incomplete, so instead of getting the ball out to the 20-yard line, Rams do get the stop on D, but they'll take over on their own 4-yard line. As you watch it one more time here on BCFC TV, powered by Remax, as Henkel stood in there, and then off the fingertips, and then just falling incomplete. There's a chance for a turnover there, but it is a turnover on downs, as they'll put the ball over on the left hash mark here for Matters and Langley. Deep inside their own zone here, in the shadows of their own goal line. Down 7-0, clock running down to 10:20 here, second quarter. Matters a yard deep in the shotgun in his own end zone. Got to execute down. Starts the receivers in motion, squats down, takes the snap. He'll look deep. Got a man wide open. Delivers the football, and now Klassen off to the races. 50, 45 down the sideline, 40, 35, 30, 25, and pushed out of bounds on an explosive play from Matters to Klassen. They'll put it all the way down to the 19-yard line. On about an 85-yard strike and run from Matters to Klassen. Home run hitter. As you watch it once again from 3 yards deep in his own end zone, Matters delivers it in stride to Klassen, as 2 Broncos were chasing the whole way. And stepped out of bounds. Looked like around the 21-yard line, but they'll spun it down on the 19, and Langley in business after 1 play off the turnover on downs. Evan now checking in late here for Langley. As Klassen needs a breather after that sprint down the field. From the right hash mark. And what do we got? I think Langley might have called another timeout to avoid another delay game call. After everybody had to scramble down the field after that long run from Klassen. How about the throw there from Matters? You put it right on the numbers. In stride for Klassen. As that's a pressure throw there from inside your own end zone. But it was Klassen who was wide open about 5 yards in behind his defender. But still a good strike thrown there from Matters. And now Langley, who uses their second timeout of the half, will break the huddle here with a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. DaCosta. And it looks like Carter into the backfield here. As they go with the offset eye, here's Johnson and Aglianato. Matters to throw again, looks into the end zone. It's Kalik Johnson. Touchdown, Langley. Flag comes down at the 5-yard line. And I don't know if they're calling offensive pass interference here or what, as Johnson had some separation. And it's a touchdown for the Rams. Great route run from Kalik Johnson. You got some love? You want some love? You got some love for Kalik Johnson. Great route run there. And another strike thrown from Matters, as Johnson with his 4th touchdown in 2 games now. As Langley down the field quickly, 2 plays and 104 yards in 2 plays there for the Rams as they punch it into the end zone with Kalik Johnson from 19 yards out. Levesque for the extra point. Looked like the Broncos were across the line early. Extra point is good. And they'll tack that one on to the kickoff to come, after the Rams have tied it up here at 7 with 9:24 to go in this opening half.
Olsen, we did a great job getting releases on those halves there. Just being able to speed.
Well, that's the way you want to answer.
You want to keep coming to that?
If you're Langley, you come up with the stop on defense. And that's what being a teammate's all about. You get your offense to step up for you.
We're going to be open as long as he gets released. That was one.
As the defense did their job, and then the offense says, okay, we'll do ours now too. So they'll move the ball up 5 yards to the 50-yard line for Levesque to kick off here. So Hitesh Parekh back to receive deep. Along with Joseph back there. As here comes the kick. Low line drive will plow it all the way back to the goal line. It's fumbled there. That's a live football. It's picked up finally. Up through the middle and tackled down nicely. He's getting in there quickly was number 21, Kyle Claret. He was all over the football field early in this one. Made a couple of nice plays on the defensive side of the ball and now makes a nice tackle on special teams. Shadows halfway across the field now. It's a decent crowd on hand here today for some BCFC football. I'm sure you're going to find a better spot to watch a game on a Saturday evening than right here in Langley. Henkel to throw quickly. Got Joseph out in the flat. He's got the first down as he gets hit after an 11-yard gain. That'll be a first down for Kamloops as Joseph gets up barking. And again, they're going to have to find a way to get pressure on Cody Henkel here. As if you give him enough time in the pocket, he's going to start to deliver strikes here for the Broncos. With two in the backfield here for Kobe Henkel. Hands off up the middle, lowering his head, and good gain on first down, picked up close to 5. As that was Trent Price on the carry, his first touch of the evening. As we go under 8 minutes to go with the clock moving. And a 7-7 tie now. And here come the Broncos on a key 2nd and 5 here from the 33. Trying to get to the 38 for a first down. Henkel, swing pass. And Claret out on the edge will make the tackle, but not until the Broncos pick up a first down. Good blocking out on that wide edge out there. And that'll allow Bernier to pick up the first down. And go for a gain of 8. Demarius Henderson checks out. And again, it's 21 in blue against 80 in white, the matchup to watch here. Here comes a blitz from the Rams. It's a handoff up the middle. Breaking tackles and then subbed underneath. After a powerful run up the gut there from Price. Picks up another 4, maybe 5 yards. Give him 6 actually on that carry. As they get the ball out across the 45, out across the 46 to the 46.5-yard line. After a hard tackle, it was Claret in there again. Wrapping up. 3 receivers near wide side. Colby Henkel takes the shotgun snap, pump fakes, throws, and diving in there, almost intercepting it. But it falls incomplete as Benedito had a stab at it. As Henkel may be a little guilty of locking into his receiver there. And that brings up 3rd down for the Broncos as Sagmoen a little slow to get to the Langley sideline. think Langley might be short a player on their punt return team. As here comes the kick, lots of time to get it away. It's a decent kick that bounces down, and Lund will have to backtrack it, and another flag comes in for no yards as Lund alertly just fell on top of that one, knowing there was a Bronco within that 5-yard radius. So no return, but 5 yards tacked on the no yards call here to come. As I think Langley might have been a man on that return there. Pretty tough to generate something on the return when you're not playing with a full deck. Matters will hustle to the huddle. Sunlight not an issue anymore here for these two teams as it's tucked in behind the stadium now. Still bright enough for the lights not to be on quite yet. Matters in the shotgun, Lund deep in the backfield. Kalik Johnson with the one-on-one near sideline. Look out. We may see a deep ball coming here to 23. And now they'll wind the clock. Matters will go under center this time. Here comes pressure up the middle. It's a pitch to Lund on the edge. He's got room. He's got a first down. Give him 15. As he's hit down in front of the Broncos sideline. And that'll move the sticks out across the 50-yard line to the 51 as Nathan Lund with another big gain. Five and a half to go. Second quarter, Rams break the huddle. Still Lund in the backfield. Still got that one-on-one matchup here with Michael Berrig on this wide near side of the field. It's Lund on the handoff up the middle. And that one goes nowhere. It'll be a 2nd and 10 here for Langley. This might have been a little bit of a bobble on the handoff there from Matters to Nathan Lund. And that's all it takes sometimes to disrupt a running play like that. Throws off the timing of the blocks. Carter will come in. Let's see what the Rams dial up here on 2nd and 10. Got to get to the Bronco 49 for a first down. Snap. Matters stands in the pocket, fires. Ball just off the fingertips. Frelick, who tried to break off the route to the sideline and might have stubbed a toe out there and was just a half a step away from that reception. And after the Rams came up with a stop on D, the Broncos will do the same, and Langley will kick this football away. Back to Kamloops. Levesque back at his 38-yard line. Low snap, takes it in, delivers the right leg to the football, angling far sideline, takes a big hop right into the hands of Joseph, trying to dance up the far sideline. Now steps out of bounds at the 33. Flag down back at the 39-yard line as Levesque laying on his back. And the flag laying right down at his feet here. We could get a roughing the kicker and an automatic first down here for Langley. As I did not see the contact, but let's watch it again here on the replay on BCFC TV. Powered by Remax. If we can dial up a replay and keep it on the kicker here, and let's see what happened to Levesque in the Langley backfield.
Yeah, I could see that in U.S. college.
And right now the concern is for Jonas Levesque. He's not moved a whole lot down there, and just trying to spot to see if I see Wayne Palmer down on that Rams sideline or not. And here's the replay on the wide shot. And just coming in late there. Had to be contact, and this will be a first down for Langley. As they put the ball all the way down to the 43-yard line here at Kamloops. That's a costly penalty there on Kamloops. Levac will get back to his feet. And he'll walk off under his own power. And we'll see if he can continue his kicking duties as the game moves along. So with 4:08 to go, second quarter, tied up at 7. Costly roughing the kicker penalty will keep the ball with Langley. Ball down to the 43-yard line now. From the right hash mark, Matters. Carter in the backfield this time, 5 receivers in there. And looked like an early jump from Frelick. It's a handoff to Carter, stays on his feet, but doesn't pick up much. Maybe a yard gain there from Carter. It'll be 2nd and 9. It really seems like feast or famine here for Langley along the ground. Either they go for 10 plus or they go for a yard or less. And I do see Palmer down on the Rams sideline now. The way Levesque came off the field, I think he'll be just fine. There's a big play here now for Langley. Looked offside again, but there are no flags come in. Here's a pass to Klassen. He's got one man to beat. A little stutter step will garner a first down as he's knocked out of bounds. Nice move in the open field there from Klassen just to freeze his defenders. That's a linebacker out there trying to cover a wide receiver. And Chernev just unable to stay with Klassen in the open field as you see a little hesitation right there, and that was enough for him to turn the corner up the far sideline. So ball to the 31-yard line now, and a big second down conversion there for Langley. 3-minute warning coming, as Matters will get off another play here before that. Carter in the backfield. Here comes motion from Aglianetto. It's Matters on a delayed handoff up the middle to Carter. And again goes nowhere with that. Is I think if you're going to have success against this Bronco team along the ground, it's going to be out on the edges as their interior line has been doing the job so far in this one. So there is the 3-minute warning with 2:42 to go in this opening half. Tied up at 7 here between the Broncos and the Rams. It was 31-19 the final for Langley in their opening game up in Kamloops. Oh, 2nd and 10. Got to get to the 21 for a first down. Lund will shift off to the right. Here comes Kalik Johnson across the formation, takes the handoff. Kalik Johnson in the open field, up the far sideline and falls ahead here. And that will be a first down for Langley. As the official says, move the chains, boys. Langley's got a fresh set of downs. And the more touches you can give to number 23, the better here for the Langley offense. And that time they keep it on the ground, but still get in the hands of Kalik Johnson, who picked up about 12 on that jet sweep from the wide receiver. Matters under center this time as Lund alone back. And it's a pitch to Lund. Flag comes in. Lund trying to pick his way through blocks. Hurdles a man and goes airborne. Dangerous just gave his body up there. Let's check the penalty flag here. As man, oh man. Watch this one on your replay if we can dial it up once again, fellas. It says Lund trying to pick up some extra yards at the end of that play. Just hurled himself in the air, and you just never know what's going to happen when you do that. But watch it here from Nathan Lund. My goodness. Let's check the penalty flag here that came on this near sideline. And it's offside on Kamloops. Looks like they'll repeat first down here. I think it's going to be a 1st and 5 here now. 1st and 5. Well, they got the ball down on the 10-yard line here. It's 1st and 5 from the 10. You got to get to the 5 to pick up a first down. Well, work from the right hash mark. Manners under center. And he'll hand off to Lund. Stops, cuts. Still Lund. Spins ahead. And picked up about 4. Yes, that'll be 2nd and short here for Langley, and he can pretty much open the playbook from this area. So it looks like they'll bring in Colby Peters for the short yardage here. They were using Laguerre in this situation a week ago. This time they go with Peters. And do they maybe want to measure this? As I think they might bring in the chains for a measurement. As the nose of the football just about touching that 5-yard line. And here's the spot. Reaching out the chains. That's a first down, Langley. So no need to execute on a 2nd and short. That'll be a 1st and goal from the 5. Manners will get the call from the sideline and relay the signals to his huddle. As it's Lund in there, and we'll see if it's 32. Spot number 80 in the slot here as well. Manners. It is Lund. Burst of speed, stays on his feet, lowers the head, touchdown Langley. Power run there from Nathan Lund. And Langley, after being down 7-0, makes it 13-7 with an extra point to come with 1.5 minutes to go. And you go back to that roughing the kicker call that extended that drive there for Langley, and that's what you want to do, make teams pay when they make mistakes like that. And Levac is back out there to kick for Langley, so obviously okay after taking that roughing the kicker call. As it's McDonald to hold. Takes the high snap, places it down, and that one's blocked. Just didn't get it up. And drove it right into the defensive line of Kamloops. So it's a 6-point lead instead of 7 here for the Rams with 1:30 to go. Don't forget now, Langley did receive the opening kick of the game, so the Broncos will start the second half with the football. And we've seen a fake punt by Langley. And we've seen a fumble by them as well that resulted in the Broncos points. And we also saw a 104-yard drive that took just 2 plays from the Rams as well. But that last score coming from the former Centennial Centaur, Nathan Lund. Gonna get a shout out into my Centaurs out there, any chance I can. Go Centaurs. As it'll be Levesque to kick it away here from the 45. Low line driver, bounces at the 35, rolls down to the 20, picked up by Joseph, so he lifts his head, trying to find a hole, and then swallowed up around the 34-yard line. As Ogloff coming in to make the tackle. It's Colby Hinkle, and the Broncos take the field once again. And Levesque coming off the field, not looking quite right. As that kick was not looking quite right either from Levesque. Usually with a strong leg gets it up. That one was a low line drive, and Levesque kind of doubled over here, and might be a signal for Wayne Palmer to warm up his leg as Hinkle trying to warm up his arm. And a little bit of alligator arm action there. Wide receiver there for the Broncos, not looking like he wanted to reach out for that pass because he knew the hit was coming.
Heads up, a minute 20 to go. Get the ball here. We got one. Do we have any timeouts left? I don't think we have any.
So it's 2nd and 10 here. Clock stopped at a minute and 21 here for the Broncos. Hinkle, 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, fires, and that one is incomplete, but a flag comes in late. Matt White, the intended receiver. I think the Rams defender got in a little bit early with a hand check there into Noya. And I think that's going to be a fresh set of downs here for the Broncos. It looked like Iredale was held on the edge as well. That didn't get called. Denoya with the arms out to the side. Spot foul there on Denoya, but it's an automatic first down for Kamloops.
So from the 34, spotted at the 48.
Move the ball out to the 48-yard line here. And a fresh set of downs for Colby Hinkle and the Broncos with 1:16 to go in this opening half. From the left hash mark. 5 receivers in. Hinkle to throw on first down. All day in the pocket. Fires a rocket to the far sideline, and it's caught at the Langley Rams 50-yard line. That's Bernier once again. There's a little pitch and catch there from Hinkle to Bernier. Good delivery of the football there as Marchetti just couldn't stay with Bernier. You can't ask Marchetti to be staying with a wide receiver on the outer edge. Rams showing pressure. Hinkle takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Hinkle works up through the middle. Now he's off to the races. Hinkle goes with the slide after he picks up a first down, but good run and decision there from Colby Hinkle. Gets the ball inside the 34-yard line here of Langley with 1:02 to go as they'll spot the football and start the clock here on the Broncos. 1st and 10, into the final minute we go. Hinkle to throw once again, looks deep into the end zone, into double coverage, and where is it? It's incomplete. Claret on the coverage once again. And looks like Denoya in there as well, as you'll watch the replay once again. Threw it up for grabs, and man, oh man, if there's not 2 Ram defenders out there, maybe one of them picks that one off. 2nd and 10, 50 seconds to go now. Ball on the 34-yard line. Greenwich in the backfield. He'll swing out. Hinkle will look near side, fires, and that one's incomplete. And Joseph looking for a flag, not going to get it. It'll be 3rd and 10 here on Kamloops, and decision time now for Yamoka as he's right in that. Do we kick it? Do we go for it? Do we punt it? Area of the field here. Hinkle wanting to stay in there. I think the Broncos might call a timeout here. making a couple of late substitutions. And it looks like they will go for it on third down. 46 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 for Kamloops. From the left hash. 5 receivers in. Henkel to throw. He's got time. Now he runs out of time. Flag comes in. Still Henkel on his feet as he gets chopped down. He'll be short of the first down, but let's check the flag. As it came right around the line of scrimmage. And I think this should go against the Broncos for a hold. As personnel starts to change here for both teams. And that'll be a turnover on downs once again on the Broncos, who decide to go for it on a 3rd and 10. Rams decline the penalty and take possession over with 39 seconds to go. Fairly deep in their own zone, ball in the 28-yard line. Well, let's see how aggressive Kerry Joseph and the Rams want to be here in the final 39 seconds of the half. It's Matters in there in the shotgun. Khalid Johnson on this near sideline. And Matters will look to the near sideline. He's got Johnson on a screen, trying to break away from the pack. Gets hit down from behind out across the 40. Clock stops at 31 seconds. Ball out to the 42-yard line. Langley want to hustle to the line here as they don't have any timeouts. They want to move the chains quickly. They hold the clock for the chains to move, and that allows Langley to get set up as now they wind it. Matters ready, barking out the signals, crouches down, takes the snap, looks to the near sideline again. He's got Johnson there who will step out of bounds with 21 seconds to go after a 6-yard gain. Well, 21 seconds to go, 2nd and 5. Maybe you try and pick up a first down and get out of bounds quickly. Maybe you take a shot downfield.
Let's take that shot. I don't care if they are at 3. Sorry, I'm yelling at you.
Here's Matters in the shotgun with Carter in behind him. As the receivers start to come towards the line, Matters with a 5-step drop, looks deep. It's Johnson, hand checking, can't make the catch out there as it falls incomplete. As it would have been a spectacular catch from Johnson if he was able to adjust to that one. But good coverage out on the outer edge there. And that one falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down with 15 seconds to go, and Langley will kick it away.
Neil, let's yell at these guys. Max protect, man. Protection's the most important thing right here.
There's Levesque out there to kick. And let's keep an eye on the punt here from Jonas Levesque, who struggled on the kickoff his last time touching. As he'll step into this one. It's a high kick, angling near sideline, bounces down to 35, contact out of bounds. And players get up hand checking. No flag comes in. This officials will let that go between Vantini and Berry. And now 8 seconds left as we do have a flag down, but it's over on the far side of the field around the 48-yard line of Langley. And let's see what the call is. If this is against Kamloops, it'll be a first down for Langley. It was about a 3rd and 5. But I think this is against the Rams here. And there's a false start on Langley, and they may have to re-kick this ball. And they'll back him up, so it's a 3rd and 10, and they'll make him re-kick, but just 8 seconds left on the clock now. But a chance for another return here for Kamloops, and especially in junior football, special teams Can always be a bit of an adventure. As Broncos showing pressure. High snap. Levesque gets it away. Joseph picks up the ball. And he's tackled quickly at the 42-yard line as time expires in half number one. The Broncos scoring their opening drive of the game off a fumble recovery. Langley answers back with 2 touchdowns of their own, but miss an extra point, and they lead the Broncos after 30 minutes of play here from McLeod Athletic Park, 13-7 at halftime. We will take a 15-minute break here from McLeod. We'll come back with second half action, some stats from half number one, just around the corner. Keep it locked right here on the home of junior football. BCFCTV.com, powered by Remax. See you in 15 minutes.
think you can make that. You're out. I'm just trying to talk. You're trying to talk through your thing. I'm just saying that yes. Oh, this is a book? Well, I mean, that's just talk. No, that's just talk. We've done it. Oh, you know what? I don't remember or see. So, I mean, I just know. Family and friends. That's still bullshit, too. I remember he grabbing the grill at my house. You don't get a laugh. Family and friends. No. My other homeboy had to grab the grill. Oh, you mean just the last? Yeah, I did the one. Yeah. He said he wanted to. I told him I had no problem. No, he saw me there and he was like, he was like,
All right, football fans, welcome back inside outside McLeod Athletic Park, I suppose. As halftime just about wrapping up here. And second half action on deck. Thanks for joining us on BCFC TV, powered by Remax. It's Jake Elliott with you. 13-7 Rams lead it after 30 minutes of play, and it'll be the Broncos to get the ball to start half number 2. Let's take a look at those first half stats, which are pretty even, which the score would indicate. First down 14-12 in favor of Langley. Rushing yards just about dead even, 101-99 for the Rams. Passing yards 165-91 for Langley. And total yards 254-186. Penalties 5 for 34 yards. Langley 7 for 60, including that costly roughing the kicker call. As Nathan Lund with 9 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown, and Klassen 3 catches for 105 as Palmer to kick it off. Let's play some football as Joseph takes it at his 17-yard line. He'll run left, now cuts it back to the right, still on his feet as he's hit from behind across the 40-yard line to the 42. Good return there for Joseph, as in that opening half, Ryland Matters 8 for 15, 165 and a touchdown. Colby Hankel 6 for 12, good for 91 yards. As Bernier with 4 catches for 63. And Claret with 4 tackles. And a batted down ball in there as well. Those are your first half stats. Thanks to Patrick for those. So Henkel and the Broncos trailing by 6 to start the second half. Take the ball at the 42-yard line. It's a play action. Swing pass near side. Bernier, he's got room up this near sideline. Makes a man miss and then gets pushed down after a big gain. As in on the tackle was Shaquille Nasiker. Excuse me, Knacker is how you pronounce that last name. Thank you for that. And it's a first down and 10 for the Broncos. Yes. Henkel holding, steps away from Sagmo and launches down the side. Claret in good position, and that looked like offensive pass interference there. And nothing gets called on either side as Claret in perfect position to defend that deep ball. And it'll bring up a second and 10 here as Sagmoan just missing the sack. Second and 10 here from the Ram 50 now. Ankle with an empty backfield all day to fire a pass. He's got Bernier inbounds, and let's check the spot here though. They will give Bernier a good spot and a first down here for the Broncos for a 12-yard gain there. Henkel to Bernier. Ball down the 37-yard line on the right hash mark now. And this time a handoff up the middle, Prosinic, and just loses his footing. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. Don't forget, coming up in about a half an hour's time here on BCFC TV, the West Shore Rebels will take on the Vancouver Island Raiders as they've played the game of the year so far here in the BCFC. Henkel looking to run this time. Now we'll tuck it away. He will run. He's got room to the outside. Lund trying to track him down there as Henkel steps out of bounds after a close to a 20-yard gain on his feet. Decision there from Colby Henkel to hang on to the football as the Broncos come out with a good drive here to start the second half. Forget football fans, if you want to get at me during the broadcast, you can do so via Twitter at twitter.com/PXP for sports. As it's a first down and 10 from the 17. Joseph on the handoff, making men miss, and he's going to walk into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Broncos. Made that one look easy to Joseph.
Okay, gotta respond. Coach, either you guys in the field hear me? Neil, are you up?
So we got a tie football game with the extra point to come here. As the Rams had an extra point blocked in that opening half. And we'll see if that comes back to be costly here as Landon Monk lines it up from 12 yards out. Bernier the hold. Here's the kick. It's up and through. And the Broncos go back into the lead here by a single point, 14-13. So an impressive drive from Kamloops to open the second half here, and now Langley will look to answer. As they sit at that 500 mark, 3-3. Chance to get above it for the first time this year. But tough games coming down the back half of the schedule here for the Rams, with the Raiders, Rebels, and Sun still all left on the schedule, including 2 on the road to end the season. They will play their final regular season game here next week against the Rebels, and I believe that's an early start time. I'll double check that for you, as here's a return on for Klassen as he gets tripped up from behind and goes down around the 30-yard line. Will be an hour earlier kickoff for the Island team, a 4 p.m. kickoff here from McLeod next week. I'll have it for you, and hopefully my man Justin Morissette will be back alongside Shotgun, although I do prefer the company I have today.
Still 30 front, possibly man contour.
Manners surveys left, surveys right, and we'll hand off to Carter. Flag comes in, far sideline, after a gain of about 3. We'll check the flag here. As it was Kamloops was 7 penalties in that opening half for 60 yards. This one will go against Langley. It's their 6th of the game, just 34 yards of penalties in that opening half for Langley, but they'll tack 10 more onto that total here as they'll back it up to the 20-yard line and repeat first down. First and 20 after the holding call. As the lights have come on now at McLeod. Still sun shining down in the south end zone here in Langley. Referee having a word with the center here for the Rams as they want everybody set before blowing play back in. Everybody's set now, and here we go with a first and 20 for Matters and the Rams from the right hash mark. Matters drops back the pass. Here comes pressure, and he's sacked. They brought the jailbreak blitz, and 97 in white gets home. That's his second sack of the game, and it brings up second and forever here for Langley. Well, back to the 14. You got to get to the 40-yard line here for a first down for the Rams. And the way that the Broncos have been pressuring here, you're going to have to deliver this football pretty quickly here, and hopefully your receiver can make a play. Here we go, Matters will swing it out to Johnson as they run the wide receiver screen, and Johnson will go nowhere. As he picked up maybe 3 on that play, and Langley will have to kick the football away, trailing by a point. It's Levesque that comes out, as it was Palmer that did the kickoff to start the second half, but Levesque comes out for the punt here. As he stands back at his 3-yard line to kick this one away. Low snap, got through his legs. It's on the goal line. Look out. It's going to be a safety as Levesque trying to get out of his end zone. He's tackled down. A penalty flag comes in. This might be a face mask here on the Broncos. And it is.
Yeah, that is a face mask, so we're getting a first down.
And man, oh man, how that play changed in a hurry. As it went from being a safety for the Broncos to a face masking penalty and an automatic first down here for Langley. That's the second costly personal foul charged against the Broncos here that'll keep the ball with the Rams. Oh man, that is the kind of penalty that'll just drive your coach right up the wall. Defense about to get off the field with some points. And I think the afternoon for Levesque just might be over after that bobbled snap. It just does not look right. And I think we might see Wayne Palmer kicking the football the rest of the evening here. But for now, the Rams offense stays onto the field as the ball gets moved all the way out to the 33-yard line after a 15-yard face masking call. Matters under center with Lund in the backfield as they go with a big offensive line here. Just 3 receivers in. Pitch play here to Lund. Cuts it up off tackle. Flag comes in, and I think we're going to have another holding call here on the Rams. So what was a very disciplined opening half penalty-wise for Langley has gone the other way on him here to start the second half. Their second holding call in as many drives. And, well, I guess this is still the same drive after that penalty, but it'll go backwards again here for Langley to the 23-yard line and a 1st and 20 now after another holding call. So they'll work from the left hash mark this time with the clock running under 10 minutes to go, third quarter. 1st and 20 here from Matters. Got 2 receivers to the high, wide side as they use that big offensive line again. Here comes pressure, picked up the block, fired downfield. Here's Johnson, and he pulled up on that one as the free safety was coming over in Haverkamp. That ball will drop incomplete. About 2 yards ahead of Johnson. It looked like he pulled up a little bit once he saw Haverkamp coming over to lower the boom. So 2nd and 20 now. Rams break the huddle from their own 23. Matters squats down, takes a snap, empty backfield over the middle, wide open. Aglianetto, first down, as he picks up about 30. As they go to the slot specialist, Nick Aglianetto. And another good strike thrown there from Matters, which will move the chains. Big play there for Langley, as they'll keep the drive alive as they convert on 2nd and 20 with a 30-yard pass and straight there from Matters to Aglianetto. Ball out to the 53-yard line, just shy of midfield here. So stay on that left hash. Carter into the backfield now for Langley as Lund checks out. Johnson on the near side. It's Carter on the carry. Makes one man miss and wills his way to a 2-yard gain. Kamloops has been pretty stout on the run up the middle all evening here against the Rams. As Muchman and Logan Fields in there on that interior have done a nice job plugging up the middle here against the Rams running attack. They stay with Carter in the backfield. 2nd and 8 now, just across midfield. Matters looks to throw quickly. He's got Johnson at the sticks. 1st down and more as he tries to outrace his man up the first sideline. Gets down to the 39. I'll move the sticks as you hear 1st down. Joe let you know. As Langley was able to capitalize in the opening half on a roughing the kicker call that resulted in a touchdown, and now as they were about to give up a safety, a face masking call kept this drive alive, and now they're inside Kamloops territory here. Down to the 39 as they break the huddle on a 1st and 10. 7.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Clock running. From the right hash this time, Nathan Lund, the lone back. Again, they go with that 3 receiver. It's Lund picking his way through the middle, and a pickup of 3, maybe 4. As Lund falls ahead out to the 36, so give him a gain of 3. And I'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the Bronco 36 in between the hash marks now. As Lund, very patient runner, and just kind of threaded his way through for a gain of 3. He'll stay in there. Now the wide out to this wide side. It's Matters to throw, looks deep. He's got Aglianetto twisting and turning, and had a step on his defender, but ball delivered on the inside shoulder as Aglianetto was looking over the outside shoulder. And that one hits the turf incomplete. On comes Palmer and the kick team here for Langley as Levesque stays on the sideline for this kicking situation. Well, if nothing else, Langley avoids the safety, gets out of their shadows of their own end zone, and we'll play a little field position here. We'll see if Palmer can pin him deep. Good snap here is Palmer with the kick. It's a wobbler end over end. Takes a good bounce and then a right-hand turn. Stays in bounds. Picked up by Joseph. Flag comes in around the 12-yard line as Langley made the tackle out around the 19. 11-yard return, but let's check the flag here as you watch it one more time. And I think you saw the hold there right along the sideline on Aventini. I think this one will go back 10 yards. Okay, so they're going to call Aventini for leaving the field, coming back into the field of play and making a tackle. And it'll be a 10-yard penalty against Langley. Ball out to the 29-yard line. Not sure Aventini just leaves the playing surface on his own volition there. It's Hinkle to throw. Delivers the football. Staying on his feet. Out to the 48-yard line is Robert on the first reception of the game for him. Off a good play action there from Hinkle. We'll put it to the 48-yard line as they ran play action to Prokrinich. And Robert able to break a couple of tackles for a good gain. 1st and 10 Broncos leading 14-13. And it's Hinkle. Again, play action, rolling out. Rips one, and that one too hot to handle. That one intended for Hitesh Parekh. And falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 Kamloops. Just a sliver of sunshine over on that Broncos sideline now. As we're deep into the 3rd quarter. Here in a Saturday night from the township of Langley. Gonna get to the Rams 53. It's Hinkle to throw. Protection there and then gone. Fumble. And Hinkle able to fall back down on top of it. As it looked like Denoya maybe that got home.
But I think it's a half sack.
Is it Sinicio? Excuse me. As ankle sacked, I believe the third time this evening. And it was actually number 95, Brancati. Got the ankle first, and the Broncos will have to kick it away.
Nathan is literally standing 45 yards.
Lund standing at his 30-yard line now, walks up to the 35. All day to kick this one as he angles it near sideline. Bounces down at the 35, picked up by Lund now. Backtracks, shakes off, stiff arms a man, still on his feet, gets spun down.
Neil, we gotta talk to him. He's literally standing at 45 before we said anything.
At the 31-yard line. Virtually no return
He should be standing 32 yards from the kicker.
on that kick.
Not had a single climb go further than that.
Coaching staff just letting
Same Lund when he punts it.
Lund know he's standing too far back on that kick. They want him to move up a little bit. Try to take that punt in the air. As Seg Moen looks like he's shed the gear here for Langley. And their starting nose tackle is taken off the pads here for the Rams, which has to be injury related, I would think. So they will be without the services of Kyle Sagmoen for the rest of the game, it looks like, as they'll run it on first down and pick up a couple.
Maybe second and 8.
Lund on the carry once again, as he has had the yeoman's share of work here this evening. Ball out to 35. Clock down to 3:40 and running here is McDonald warming up on the sideline. We haven't called out number 2 in this game as of yet. Matters has a look to his left, a look to his right, starts his receivers in motion, takes the shotgun snap, fires far sideline. He's got Johnson out there. Nice little spin move up the sideline and picks up the first down. As he will... Now the referee just stepped backwards a half a yard. And it looks like he is going to be just short of the first down now.
We can get it with
It'll be a 3rd and 1 here, exactly, for Langley, as they've converted a couple of third downs already here. And it looks like they'll bring in Colby Peters in the jumbo package here for this 3rd and short. Rams break the huddle.
We're missing a left tight end. Oh, God, that's the end. Just get on the line. Just get on the line.
A little confusion here for Langley, and they need to call timeout.
That is a terrible place to waste time.
You didn't want to have to use one there if you're the Rams, but did not have the proper personnel or lined up properly for this crucial 3rd down play, and forced to call a timeout here as Sogloff and Carter come in now. Lund will come out, as will J.J. Jackson. And now they'll come to the line of scrimmage here on a big 3rd and 1 for Langley. Under center Peters, quarterback keeper. And officials coming in to spot this one. It's going to come down to a spot here. They didn't get a favorable one last time.
Yeah, this foot's well ahead of the line. 97 with the tackle.
There's a first down, Langley, as they get it by the length of a football. So another big 3rd down conversion. I think that's 3 for 3 so far for the Rams here in this one. As Matters will come back into the football game with the clock running just over 2 minutes to go 3rd quarter. It's been a good one here between the Broncos and the Rams. It's a 1-point game. Kamloops leading 14-13. Rams on the move, though. at the 43-yard line in their own zone. Here's Matters to throw. Has a look downfield. He's got Johnson in behind everybody. Makes the catch down at the 28-yard line. And looks like he might have hurt a leg down there for Johnson. Not sure how he hung on to the football, but is in some definite discomfort down there for Kalik Johnson after making that catch. And man, oh man, this does not look good. Maybe just a cramp here for Johnson. Yeah, the coaching staff, if it was an ankle or a knee, wouldn't have grabbed his leg like they did right away. And they're just trying to stretch out a calf here for Johnson. We'll take a quick break, come back when action resumes. 1:44 to go, third quarter. 14-13 Broncos over the Rams. We return to BCFC. Junior football on BCFC TV, powered by Remax. A 30-yard gain for Kalik Johnson, so we welcome you back. And just a cramp there for KJ. Trying to walk that one off. Looks like his left calf, the culprit seizing up there as they'll slam a Gatorade or two on the sideline. Get a banana into you. Get a little potassium, some riboflavin in there. Hand off to Lund up the middle with a big hole. Now he cuts it to the outside. Nathan Lund will turn the corner. Nathan Lund to the end zone. Touchdown, Langley. What a run from Nathan Lund. A 30-yard scamper. And that's the kind of damage 32 can do when you get him into the open field. Beat the first wave, and then it was lights out for Lund as he bounced it to the outside. As you watch it one more time, low snap handled. And watch the cut right there from Nathan Lund as he goes sideways on his man, and then nice job from J.J. Jackson to avoid a block in the back. And Lund did the rest himself as he takes it to the house from 30 yards out. Extra point to come here. A little surprised Langley not going for two here, but they'll try and make it a 6-point lead. And now we got a flag that comes in. I don't think Kamloops had enough bodies on the field. I think McDonald actually realizing that Langley didn't have enough on the field and just decided to take a time count. So I'm not sure exactly what that was about. Maybe they just had the wrong personnel in there. McDonald didn't want to snap the football, but looks like the Broncos just declined it anyway. And there's the extra point from Levesque, which is up and good as he puts it into lane 5 on the north end of the track here at McLeod. And the Rams, after an impressive drive there, finished off by Nathan Lund, take a 6-point lead now. With 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Did you get your 50-50 tickets? It's too late now. They're about to draw the winning number. Next week.
Yeah, on top of the fridge, it's like there's half a Gatorade in there too. But say if you want to send Dirkson's daughter in to go grab it or something.
So Levesque back out there. He'll kick this one off. We saw Palmer kick off the last one. And he'll squib this one right up the middle. Gets past everybody down to the 25-yard line. And good return on here for Joseph. As finally he's met at the Bronco 48. Ball might have come loose.
You know, we were bringing absolutely no intensity or stuck kickoff.
And the Broncos
That's the most fun special teams. You guys should be hyped to get on kickoff.
will have good field position to start this drive. Put the ball down the 51-yard line. Right in the center of the field here with 60 seconds to go, third quarter. It was 42-3 Sun over the Huskers. It's 2014 Rams over the Broncos right now. Here's a handoff up the middle. Goes for a gain of 5. And just about to kick off from Langford, Rebels and Raiders for the second time this year. I'll try and get you a score from BC Plates. 27-13 Stampeders in the fourth quarter. First and 10. There's a handoff. And check it, that was a second down and 5. And a first down pickup for Max Joseph as he weaves his way across to the Ram 47. Will, in fact, move the sticks. Rams will take on those Rebels next week here from McLeod. 4 o'clock kickoff. You can see it live right here on BCFC TV. Henkel to throw over the middle. He's got Joseph on a crossing pattern. He's got 10 yards as Jordan Lund rides him out right at the sticks. But not after Joseph was able to pick up close to 10. As I think he'll be just short of the first down marker. His third quarter action now in the books, and we got an injured Ram down on the play around the 28-yard line, far sideline. Looks like maybe another cramp down there. So at the end of 45 minutes, Rams lead at 20-14. We'll take a quick break and be back with fourth quarter action when play resumes right here on BCFC TV, powered by Remax, right after this.
Score at the end of the third, Rams 20, Broncos 14.
All right, football fans, welcome back. And just getting some clarification in that timeout that it was actually mustard that Kalik Johnson was downing, not a Gatorade over on that side. I had no idea that mustard helped cramping, but I got that confirmed up in the booth here. Did you know that? Mustard helps cramps? Mustard helps cramps.
Mustard?
Yes. No, apparently Chris Schwartz did not know that.
You believe it helps? It helps.
Here's Hinkle on the throw. It's complete. And up the far sideline, look out. Good cut to the inside, still on his feet, down to the 13-yard line. Nice pass and catch there. As I believe that was Duenveld on the reception. And nice yaks after that catch there. It's a 1st and 10 here for the Broncos as the Rams looking to come up with a stop here on D, leading by 6. Quick snap. Henkel hangs on, looks, fires to the corner of the end zone, and incomplete. It's just out of the reach, and now a Bronco receiver down in the end zone. Is it Bernier that really tried to lay out for that one? And Henkel just overshot him by about a yard. So now 2nd and 10 from the 13. The Broncos can pick up a 1st down without getting into the end zone. Big play here. Ankle to throw. Time. Now flushed out. Makes a good cut. Still on his feet. Henkel down to the 5. And might be just short of the 1st down here, but very close to it after another good run from Colby Henkel. Just checking the spot here. Might need a measurement from the chain gang. I think they're just going to say straight up 3rd down here. Or are they going to? No, they are going to measure this one, it looks like. All the way in from the far sideline. So they'll stretch out the chain here. And I think they're just shy of a 1st down. It will be 3rd and inches here for the Broncos. So from the left hash mark, ball sitting just shy of the 3-yard line. Got to get to the 3 for a 1st down. It's about 6 inches here. As here come the Broncos to the line of scrimmage. They go with 2 in the backfield. 3 receivers in there. Rams crowding the line of scrimmage as they load up the box here. It's a handoff. 1st down. Short of the goal line, however. As it'll be a 1st and goal now for the Broncos. So they pick up the 1st down but can't pick up the touchdown. Well, we'll have a fresh set here from the 2-yard line. Rams were able to come up with a goal line stand in the 1st half. And they'll try and repeat that here again in this 4th quarter that has 12:25 to go in. Still from the left hash, Henkel will work from under center. O'Krinick in that backfield. It's a fake. It's Joseph. Stays on his feet. Made a man miss. And then he goes for a touchdown. As Nathan Murray had a crack at him, and Joseph just made him flat out miss. As he just put on the brakes and then broke the plane. Another crucial extra point coming up here. As Funk places down the tee at the 12. Like the Rams might have jumped. The kick is up and through. And the Broncos regain the lead by a single point here at 21-20 as that blocked extra point on the Rams looming large here in this fourth quarter now. Give the Broncos some credit here to answer back. And now it's the Rams' turn. Teed up on the 45 once again. And Funk will step into it as he angles it near sideline. Klassen. That ball will go out of bounds as Carter did not get a hand on it. Almost did inadvertently. As it takes a left turn out of bounds, and that'll be a procedure call here on Kamloops. Langley will get great field position to start this drive here in the fourth quarter. We'll start it from the 40. Put it in between the hash marks. There's Chris Dirksen. Offensive line on top of the football now. Matters, shotgun snap. Trying to set up Lund for a screen. Now Matters rolls out. Still Matters on his feet. Throws on the run to the sideline. And a diving catch there by Aglianetto. Or was it? That's Tyson Gibson on that far sideline. A flag came down on the near sideline here. As I think this one might come back here as nice throw on the run from Matters and a better reception from Gibson, but the flag down at the 45-yard line. And they'll pick that flag back up. I think they're going to say incomplete over on that far sideline, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Matters. Empty backfield, fires over the middle, got Aglianetto on a streak. Here goes Aglianetto off to the races, 20, 15, 10, 5 for the pylon, touchdown Langley. Nick Aglianetto. A 70-yard strike from Matters to Aglianetto, who did the rest with his legs from about 30 yards out. Right up the seam. And now
11-11 Canadian football at 6 points at 1 point can actually come back later.
And it was just a foot race to the far pylon, and Aglianetto won that. Looks like a flag down on the far sideline. And it's objectionable conduct on the Broncos after the touchdown, which will count. And now if you're Langley, do you want to go for 1 or 2 here? With 11-11 to play as teams trading touchdowns here in this second half.
You're at 11-11. We don't need to go for 2. 11-11. I don't think we need to go for 2, Coach.
Langley's still trying to decide on what they want to do here on this extra point attempt.
That's fine. We don't have 11 guys repeat. We're just going to take the 5 yards. Get the PAT.
It's a 5-point lead now. And Levesque will come on to try and make it 6. It's another time count violation here on Langley. Is McDonald down on a knee to hold this one. High snap, brought it down, kick is up and good. And it's back to a 6-point Langley lead, 27-21 now. After a huge play from Matters, who's having himself an evening here with a couple of massive throws, one to Klassen, one to Aglianetto. And which defense is going to come up with a stop here in this fourth quarter? Fun to watch if you're not a defensive coach. And they'll attack that. Penalty. I think a little discussion on where this ball should be is there was an objectionable conduct call on the Broncos, but a 5-yard time count on Langley, and for some reason they're lining this ball up on the 30-yard line, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Everybody seems to be content as Levesque will pound this one with the right leg. Drives it to the 28-yard line. Return on here for the Broncos. It's Bernier. Tripped up at the 45, falls ahead to the 47. And back out comes Colby Henkel in the Broncos offense.
We just put a little effort into our kickoff. We're literally going to tackle them 10 yards further back every time.
Ball is on the 47-yard line, right hash mark here for Henkel, as he has a single back in Prokrinik. Here comes Joseph across the formation. It's play action again as they go with that same play. It's Prokrinik up the far sideline and cut down after a 6-yard gain. As last time they ran it to Joseph, this time they go to Prokrinik on the misdirection. Second and 3 here, and Henkel will hand off. Prokrinik's got the first down as he breaks away from the pack and sidesteps another man inside the 40 here of Langley as they just can't come up with the answer for number 20. So first and 10 now for Kamloops. Henkel to throw on first down, delivers a strike right between the numbers that's just flat out dropped by Duenveld. Put it right in between the 8 and the 1, and he just dropped it. Can't throw it any better for Colby Henkel, and that's when you got to catch. Right in the breadbasket. So second and 10. Can the Rams defense get off the field here with 9:30 to go? They put 4 down the line. Henkel to throw. It's got a man on the out. And it's Prokrinik, and he'll come up short of the first down by about 4 yards. And now a decision here for Brad Yamoka. He's about 3 yards short. It's third down inside Langley territory, and what do you want to do here is a downed Bronco on the far sideline. And it is Prokrinik over there, and that could be a huge loss in the Bronco backfield if he is unable to return, and that looks to be the case. That could be a huge loss there. Well, looks like Broncos and Henkel will go for it here on a 3rd and 3. They break the huddle. around the right hash mark. Henkel has a word with his running back over his right shoulder. 2 receivers to the wide near side. And now Henkel wants to call timeout before running this crucial third down play with 9 minutes to go. Didn't like the look of either his formation or the defense that Langley was showing. And said, I want timeout. Play of the game coming up. Call it a 3rd and 3. And here we go with the play of the game. 9 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Rams by 6. 3rd and 3 here for the Broncos from the 34-yard line. Snap, Henkel. Play action, blitz coming, and fire to the sticks. That's got to be short. And they'll spun it down just shy of the 30-yard line. And that's going to be a turnover on downs here on Kamloops as they're looking at the spot. And it looks like they're about a half a yard short. And Langley comes up with a big play on defense. They needed it. And maybe the Bronco receiver a little guilty of not running a deep enough route there, as the ball was delivered low to the sideline and having to work back to that ball. So I think you got to put a little bit of that on Henkel and a little bit of that on the receiver, not running his route deep enough. And the Rams take over the football at their own 30-yard line after coming up with a 3rd down stand. So 1st and 10, Rams from their own 30-yard line.
What is Liam doing? Brad.
Carter will work out wide. It's a handoff to Kalik Johnson. He cuts it back across the field, trying to pick up a block by Jackson on the edge. Still Johnson as he stops up and then steps out of bounds. And that took a late hit. And that'll draw a 15-yarder as Johnson stepped out of bounds and then took a shot right in front of the Broncos sideline. And that will draw a flag every single time.
All right, on the 48-yard line, Coach, we're going to get 15 on top of that, so we're going to be at the...
How about the open field running from Kalik Johnson? As his own receiver might have just gotten his way, but watch it here. There's 34 for the Broncos. Haverkamp, who just couldn't resist giving Kalik Johnson an extra shot in front of his own bench. And that'll tack on 50 yards to an impressive run from Kalik Johnson, who hurdles his own bench, and he's off to go get some more mustard, apparently. Mustard and cramping. Who knew? I don't know if it's got to be like French's or Grey Poupon or... Yeah, okay. If it's not Grey Poupon, then what was the commercial? I can't remember. Excuse me. Big play for Langley and another big penalty on Kamloops. And that's really been the difference in this football game. A roughing the kicker, a face mask, and now a hit out of bounds. 45 yards and penalties have cost the Broncos dearly here this evening. Handoff to Carter. Plows ahead for 4. I think the cramping has subsided for Kalik Johnson after watching him hurdle the Ram bench on the sideline. But he's down the tunnel to the Ram locker room right now with the offense on the field. It's a 6-point lead. Halfway through quarter 4, 7.5 minutes to go in it. Ball down to the 43-yard line here of Kamloops. on a 2nd and 6. Matters points out the protection. Has a look to his left and right, steps up, crouches down, takes the snap, looks to throw, pressure coming, rolling out, avoids one tackle. Still Matters on another pirouette. Now he'll throw, he's got a man open, it's Nathan Lund looking for the sticks there as he's shoved out of bounds about a yard short. But how about the creativity and footwork from Ryland Matters keeping that play alive, extending it with his feet. And then delivered the football to Nathan Lund, a couple of Smith, there's one. And here comes number 2. And then hits Lund up the sideline as he's taken out about a yard short here. As in comes Colby Peters for the short yardage once again. Rams have been real good on converting 3rd and short in this game, all game. As they come to line again, Peters under center. Carter in the backfield. As the Broncos crowd the line of scrimmage, they put 8 in the box here, and it's Carter on a dive over the pile here, and Broncos think they got to stop. Let's check the spot. It's going to come down to the spot here. Broncos think they've got the stop. And I think we'll get a measurement here. Or are they going to measure? I think it's a turnover on downs. So a chance to extend the drive for Langley on a 3rd and short. Broncos come up with a key stop. And just as the Rams turned it over on downs, now the Broncos get it back on downs. And the Rams leading by 6. Will have to play some more defense here. As the ball on the 37-yard line of Kamloops as they take back over. No Prokrinic in there. It's Max Joseph in the backfield. As I don't know if we're going to see number 20 the rest of the way here. Ankle waves his receivers in motion. Langley looked like they jumped on the line. No flag comes in. Langley makes the stop in the backfield. That'll go for a loss at 2. I don't know if either team expected this one to be this close this late. Well, we got ourselves a game here with 5:40 to go. Broncos down just 6 with the football and 5.5 minutes to play. It's a 2nd and long here. About a 2nd and 14 after the stop in the backfield. Hankel to throw with an empty backfield. Pressure comes, fires to the sideline, and that'll come up short by about 5 yards. As Langley playing a little soft in the secondary there, and rightly so with a 2nd and 14, but brought pressure up through the middle. And Henkel had to get rid of the football, but not far enough. As out comes the punt team here for the Broncos as they'll try and gain a little field position back after coming up with that stop on 3rd down. You want to be aware here if you're Langley for any type of trickery. There's just one man back, and Funk will step into it, gets a decent kick away. Jordan Lund waiting for it, will take it off the carpet here as it rolls to the 25. Flag comes in, Lund on the return, and gets horse-collared from behind. And a second flag does come in. This is going to be another big penalty as Lund staring down his man after that horse-collar tackle. As I think it was number 20, Prokrinic, who was in there on special teams. But another crucial, costly penalty here against the Broncos. The stat line is not going to be pretty in the penalty department for Kamloops after this one. And it's not so much that the yardage that they've given up, it's the time and the type of penalty that they've taken at just the worst times in this game that have extended drives for Langley. And changed the field position game extensively here for the Rams with some just bad, I mean, a face mask, a horse collar, a hit out of bounds, a roughing the kicker. I mean, these are penalties that just you cannot be taking at this level of football on a basis like that. Maybe that's like 4 or 5 personal fouls all on the same team. And they're no doubters, too. Like, they're not, questionable calls from the officials here. They're easy penalty flags to throw for the officials when you hit the kicker, hit a guy out of bounds. It's just automatic.
Coach, I think we keep calling this game as if we're down.
No yards and roughing.
So it's no yards and a personal foul. They're going to tack 20 yards onto the 7-yard return from Jordan Lund.
So it should be a net 8 of 10.
We have no yards, uncounted, it's a 5-yard penalty.
So there's no return.
There is an illegal block in the back on Langley.
Difference will be 10 yards and it's only ball.
And they'll march off 10 yards instead of 20 here, as the personal foul and the block in the back will offset by 5 yards. And they'll put the ball down on the 38.5-yard line here for the Rams. Under 5 minutes to go, leading by 6. Matters takes the shotgun snap, and he'll hand off to DaCosta, who slices through for a gain of 5. Good gain on first down, and that'll keep the clock running as well.
They gave me 5. To the 44. 38 to the 44. 6.
As they gotta get it just across the 49-yard line for a first down. Ball sits on the 44.5, so it's a 2nd and 5 here. As Matters comes up under center with Lund in the backfield. Khalid Johnson to the high wide side. Aglianetto in the slot along, and it's Lund up the middle. They keep it on the ground. Lund right to the sticks, powering ahead. He's got a first down. That'll move the sticks for the Rams and keep the clock moving as well as we go under 4 minutes. Big run once again from Nathan Lund. Well, if you can do that a couple of more times here for Langley, you're going to ice this one away. Well, it's still lots of time left. As the ball out to the 51-yard line, right hash. Matters under center once again. Same formation. There's Evanow and Aglianetto. It's a handoff to Lund. Low center of gravity will pick up 3, maybe 4. And then it looked like a punch thrown at Aglianetto there. As Thornwell got into the face mask of number 80, who just walked away. Dual sport athlete who plays Junior A lacrosse for the Port Coquitlam Saints, does Nick Aglianetto. And after my own heart, I think Austin Iredale, Langley Rams with some lax experience as well. 2nd and 6 here for the Rams, as the officials talking it over right on the midfield stripe, as we've hit the 3-minute warning. 3 minutes exactly to go in this one. And now this becomes the play of the game here on a 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Can they convert? Matters is in the shotgun. Here's the snap as he looks for Khalid Johnson. He's got Ogloff out in the flat, fires a high ball to him. Ogloff spinning ahead, and he'll pick up the first down. Check the spot from the official. And that should be just enough to move the chains. Ogloff made a good catch right there, and then a quick burst. And man, oh man, I don't like that spot one bit. I think that's easily a first down there for Ogloff with a proper spot.
So it's a 6-yard pass.
And tentative to move the chains here as they talk it over. It's like almost like they spun on where the foot was, not where the football was. I think we may get a measurement here. And I mean, really all game long, been a lot of penalties called, but I have not been particularly impressed with the spotting of the football here from this officiating crew, and they'll be inches short here. Peters will come in for short yardage here, and this will most likely just be a quarterback keeper and try and fall ahead here for 6 inches. But once again, I think that is a terrible spot there for Ogloff and the Rams, which should have been an easy first down. It looked like he was easily down to the 48-yard line. They placed this one back inside the 49. So here we go on a 3rd and inches for Langley from the left hash mark. As they kind of just get it to the 49, they're just shy of it now. Peters will walk it up under center. Virtually an empty backfield here with Nathan Lund. Peters, snap, and quarterback keeper. He's got room, gets chopped down, but not until he picks up the first down. As they'll say down by contact there on Peters, who had a little hesitation there and tried to bounce it to the outside. Looked a little dicey, but did the job, and that'll keep the chains moving and keep the clock moving as well. As Langley will get 1st and 10 here from the Bronco 47. They have been absolutely excellent on 3rd down and short here this evening. Matters back into the huddle with the play call. And expect a heavy dose of Nathan Lund here down the stretch. He stands alone back at the 55-yard line. Matters under center. He'll pitch it to Nathan Lund. Takes in the high pitch. Nathan Lund up the near sideline trying to stay in bounds, but will get shoved out after about a 6, maybe 7-yard gain. That's one, if you're Nathan Lund, you want to get a knee down, just fall down and keep that clock moving, but didn't have a chance to do that as the Broncos work him to the sideline. You could see him trying to slow up and stop his momentum, just couldn't do it. We'll bring up a 2nd and about a 3 here for Langley. Work from the right hash mark this time is Matters. With Lund in the backfield once again, and they'll fake it to Lund. Look out, pressure comes. Matters avoids that, looks deep downfield. Didn't get everything on that ball as it falls incomplete. As Langley went for the jugular there on a 2nd and 3, tried to look downfield. And come up empty with 2:01 to go, and we'll have to kick this one away. Well, I don't mind the aggressive nature of that play call, but when you got 32 standing in your backfield and 3 yards to go, personally, I probably just hand that one off and take my chances with Nathan Lund trying to pick up a first down for it. But as I've said many times, that's why I'm up in the booth and Kerry Joseph is the head coach of this team. Here's the punt from Levesque. Gets a good one away that'll drive his man all the way down to the 40-yard line. Let's see if he outkicked his coverage here. Joseph trying to stay on his feet. Does. Look out. He's got a convoy out to the far side of the field. Joseph finally wrapped up at the 21-yard line. That's good pursuit there from Langley. As it looked like Joseph may have a chance to break off a big one, but Langley stays after it and brings him down at the 21-yard line with 1:44 to go. Leading by 6 are the Rams as the Broncos have the football here, and you got to make something happen if you're Henkel and Kamloops on this drive right here, right now.
1-6 from the 42 to the 4.
Lights shining bright now on McLeod Athletic Park. Henkel takes the shotgun snap, looks far sideline, got a man, and an 8-yard gain, steps out of bounds, stops the clock as well. As ball out to the 31-yard line. As they'll be a couple of yards short of a first down, but do stop the clock. Second and 2. Hurry up offense. Henkel to throw. He's got a man, got a catch. Got a first down out to the 35. Well, the Broncos got to go quickly. Play call comes in from the sideline. Broncos do not even huddle up here as Henkel pulls up the socks, puts in the mouth guard, wipes off the hands on the towel. Takes the shotgun snap. 3-step drop for Henkel. Looks deep over the middle. He's got a man. Bernier. And Bernier's got a catch down to the Ram 40. Right on the money from Henkel to Bernier. And that is a big play there for the Broncos. As it comes on a 2nd and 2. In double coverage, Bernier able to make the catch. Claret trying to knock that one down. Here's Henkel to throw again. Fires over the middle. Wide open is Bernier this time. As he tries to spin out of a tackle and does. Inside the 20 down to the 15 now. And Bernier goes down hard. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get up. He's trying to get up under his own power, but the clock will stop. Bernier will have to come out of the game. And the Rams will take that as it stops the clock, but Bernier will have to come out. And he's been the guy that's made the last 2 catches that have got them from their own 40-yard line all the way down to the Ram 15. Remember now, it's just a 6-point lead here for Langley. As Bernier going to limp off here. And the Broncos knocking on the door here with 69 seconds to go. Well, this is where you got to come up with a play on D if you're Langley. A sack, a knockdown, an incomplete. Just about anything will do right now if you're the Rams. Henkel with Cynic in the backfield. No Bernier in there as Henkel will take the shotgun snap. Looks to the end zone right at the sticks, and it's through the hands and incomplete. And that's the difference between having Bernier in there or Solpa, who just had that one go right through his hands. 2nd and 10 now. Can get down to the 5 for a first down. 60 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the left hash. Colby Henkel with 5 receivers in. Here comes pressure. Henkel going to be wrapped up. He's going to be sacked. Back down at the 27-yard line. There's the play on D the Rams were looking for. Weak side blitz. Henkel had no idea it was coming. And big play there comes from Jacob Dodd as he wraps up Henkel and had to do everything in his power just to bring him down to the turf. Timeout Kamloops, and now it all comes down to this. 3rd down and 22. Rams need one more stop on D. Broncos, I believe, are out of timeouts now. Ball back on the 28-yard line. So it's a 3rd and 23. 55 seconds to go. Ball game on the line here for Henkel and the Broncos. They line it up with 5 receivers. Henkel to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Looks deep over the middle into the end zone. Knocked around and incomplete. Rams come up with a stop. Claret, I think the original man to get a hand on it and knock it down as it was bouncing around in between defenders. Watch it one more time. Man, oh man. Close call there, but falls incomplete. And now with 45 seconds to go, The Rams can try and run out the clock here. 27-21 Langley with 45 seconds to play. They have the ball at their own 28-yard line. Well, security now. Ball security now if you're Langley. Matters. Making sure everybody's set here. Crouches down under center. Carter steps up. Matters will take a knee. Waited as long as he could to do it. It's a dangerous game to play. I don't think the Broncos have any more timeouts. .41 seconds to go. And now they start the clock once again. Victory formation here for Langley once again. Clock down to 20 here as they'll take a time count violation. With 18 seconds to go, and there just seems to be a whole lot of confusion on if this is the strategy they want to run here.
That's lost it down, sure. Then we got to punt.
And I think that's a loss it down on a time count violation in the final minute. And Langley's going to have to punt the football. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I'm just saying where the other option you may have here is long snap it, run back to your own end zone, run some time off, take a knee, and then kick it off. Well, maybe you just give up the 2 here. But maybe some questionable clock management here down in this final 45 seconds has made things a little more interesting than they've needed to be here.
The points don't matter. If we run around the end zone, give up 2 points here, we can get the clock way down. We'll burn more time on specials. Neil, you hear me?
And still Langley will line up for a punt here back from their 5-yard line. Will Levesque kick this one away, or will he run to his own end zone here? He's going to kick it. He gets an end-over-ender at the 50. It's Joseph evading one tackle. Still Joseph.
Keep him up.
7 seconds to go. And Kamloops is going to have a crack at the end zone here with 7 seconds to play. Look out. Well, Hankel's got the arm to get it there, no question about that. They're 37 yards off the end zone here. 7 seconds to go. No timeouts, down 6. And this is it. Do not get beat deep if you're Langley right now. Here's the snap. Hankel drops back. He'll fire. Sideline play. And that's incomplete with 2 seconds to go. They still got one more chance. Could not get a foot down in bounds. He stepped on the white line. Good call from the sideline judge. But still 2 seconds left here for Hankel and the Broncos. Watch the foot come down on the white line. Yes, indeed. Left foot coming down first before he was able to drag the right foot in behind. Here is the ball game. Buckle up. Langley, 4 on the line. And Hankel Takes the snap, drops back to his 45, now steps up. Here comes pressure. Marchetti can't get a handle on him. Still Hinkle rolling. Now he'll lob it up into the end zone. Up for grabs here. It's knocked down, incomplete. Rams win. Rams win. Rams win. Flag back down. Well, maybe they don't here. A flag back at the 43-yard line now, and Hinkle down in a heap.
He wasn't anywhere near when he threw it. Why is he doing it?
Well, I don't know if Hinkle's going to be able to run this play, as he's going to have to come off the field for an injury. And still no signal from the official on what the flag is for. Just a crazy finish to this one. And it looks like it's going to be a late hit on the quarterback, and they're going to move this ball up 15 yards. Cannot end the game on a defensive penalty. And the Broncos are going to get one more shot. Ball up to the 22-yard line now. Man, oh man, you want to talk about a crucial call. There is one there, and not over yet. Trying to see who's in at pivot now, as I think it might be Schmidt in there. He'll take the snap, scrambles away, look like a hold on the edge, ball thrown up, it's picked off. Fall down, and the ball game is over. Not exactly the way they drew it up, but the Rams hang on for a victory. And a wild one here from McLeod Athletic Park tonight. Your final score, 27-21 Rams over the Broncos, as the Rams move to 4-3. Broncos gave Langley everything they could handle here on their home field tonight, but come up 6 points short. And dropped to 1-6 on the year. You wouldn't know it by the way they played here tonight. Matters with a big game. Clausen, Johnson, Lund, all chipping in here tonight. Once again, your final score, 27-21 Rams over the Broncos. We're back next week for another good one on BCFC TV, powered by Remax. It's the Rams and Rebels, a 4 o'clock kickoff next Saturday. We'll have it for you right here on the home of the BCFC, bcfctv.com. For our entire production crew here at 10 Feet Sports and Entertainment, thanks for joining us here on BCFC TV. I've been Jake Elliott for the Pigskin and the Gridiron. We'll see you next Saturday.